All right, guys, what is going on? In this video, we're going to talk about setups we got going on for the week of August 16th to August 22nd. And it's simply um, trade what you see. So when I started trading, my mindset was always on predicting where price might go or what I wanted price to do. And a lot of times that got me caught up because we can't predict where price is going. We have no idea when price is going to turn around. And so we get anxious about it. We get in too early and then we wind up losing because we're trying to trade what we want to happen instead of trading what we see. So I'm going to explain to you how to trade what you see in this video. So right now we're on AUDJPY daily time frame. Obviously, we can see the overall trend is bullish. We're going to look at the current price action. Current price action on the CC Trend Pro. This is an indicator that I created. It's going to help you trade what you see. Daily time frame is telling us to sell, right? We have a sell in this corner here, and most recent signal is a sell, right? Price broke below, breaking this previous low, which is a break of structure, and now price is coming back up to retest. Okay. So the dominant time frame is the daily time frame. Right now, we're on the daily time frame. All right. That's the time frame that is the time frame we want to trade in the direction of, because that's going to offer us the best risk to reward ratio and allow us to hold our trade a lot longer. Here on the CC Trend Pro, this is giving us the signal for the 4-hour time frame. You see, it says 240. All right, that represents the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame is bullish. This little pullback that we see here on the daily time frame, that is the bullish trend on the 4-hour time frame. All right. So since the daily is the dominant time frame, we are waiting for the 4-hour to give us a sell signal. So let's go to the 4-hour real quick. All right. Here on the 4-hour, again, we are trading what we see. All right. So on the 4-hour, we are not bearish yet. Price is still bullish. So if we wanted to wait for the sell signal on the daily time frame, we are waiting until we get a sell signal. When price finally turns bearish, we are waiting for a sell signal on the 4-hour time frame to trade in the direction of the dominant time frame, which is the daily time frame. All right. So if we're trading the blueprint mode, we're still going to be looking for buys here on the 4-hour time frame because we're bullish here on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. All right. Or you can wait until this turns bearish and trade in the direction of the daily time frame. Either or, right? You have to pick and choose what type of trade you're looking for. This definitely still has room to push up. It can go back up all the way up to these highs. As long as it doesn't break this previous high here, we are still going to be bearish. So price can come all the way up. Okay. As long as we don't get a close above this previous high, we're still going to be bearish. If we do get a close above it, then that's going to change the direction on the daily time frame. And in the 4-hour and the daily time frame will be obviously bullish if this closes above this previous high here. But if it doesn't, price comes up and then rejects and comes on down, we are still bearish from the daily time frame. All right. So we don't know what price is going to do. All we can do is either wait for the dominant time frame to be in alignment with the 4-hour time frame, or we can trade the 4-hour time frame currently being bullish and look for an opportunity for a breakout on the lower time frame. So how do we do that? Let's go to the entry time frame, which will be the 15-minute time frame. All right, here on the 15-minute time frame, we have to wait for price to pull back, obviously, and then we can look to take a buy signal on AUDJPY, or we can wait until we get a ORB breakout. This is our ORB breakout. When price breaks out, we can take a buy in the direction of the 4-hour time frame. right? So there's two types of ways you can trade these currency pairs, right? It is totally up to you. Some of you may be too anxious to wait for the daily and time frame to align. So obviously you can trade the blueprint mode, which is the 4-hour direction, 15-minute entry in the direction of the 4-hour time frame, right? If you need to understand what I'm talking about, go back and watch this video. All right, let's go back to the daily time frame. All right, so AUDJPY, we have two scenarios on how we can trade this, all right? So we can either wait for the 4-hour and the daily to align for price to continue to sell off, or we can trade the 4-hour time frame until price runs out of steam and we get ready to turn around, okay? All right, let's go on to our next pair. Let's go to CAD JPY. Daily time frame. Our dominant time frame is telling us to sell, right? We just had a what? Break a structure here, right? Price broke this previous low, made a new lower low. We have a lower high here. This high is lower than this previous high, right? So the structure of the market is changing, right? It's letting us know that we are starting to become a bearish trend, right? We have a high, we have a low, lower high, lower low. What's going to come next? Another lower high. Okay. So again, we can wait and for the 4-hour time frame to become bearish. All right. And then trade in the direction of the dominant time frame, which is the daily time frame. Right. Or again, if you just have to get into a trade, you can continue to trade the 4-hour trend. 4-hour trend is still very much so bullish. We don't have any signs that it is bearish yet. So again, you're looking for a breakout in the direction of the 4-hour time frame. But be careful because price will be turning around soon. All right. Because remember, the daily time frame is the dominant time frame. All right. So let me show you a pair that's in alignment. I think we have to go. Let's go to gold real quick. All right. So gold. Well, gold's not in alignment yet, but gold daily time frame, right? We are bullish here on the daily time frame. We're above the moving averages, telling us to buy. 4-hour is telling us to wait. That means it's getting ready to have a change. 4 hours getting ready to pull back. You can see here we're getting a sell signal here on the 4-hour time frame. So we're getting ready to pull back here on gold. Okay. So obviously, if we're looking at this, the structure of gold is still very much so bullish, right? We just had a nice little pullback here. Now we don't know what's going to happen here. We don't know if price is going to pull back and then continue higher, or if price is going to pull back and continue lower to break these lows. All right. So we don't want to predict. We just want to react to what the market is giving us. So how do we trade this? Simply, if we're going to stick with the blueprint mode, we're going to go and follow the 4-hour direction or 4-hour trend. So if the 4-hour goes bearish, then that's the direction we want to trade in here on gold. Okay. So we're getting ready to get a pullback here on gold. Now, we don't know how deep is going to pull back. Okay. We don't know if I don't know if price is going to break these previous lows here, but there will be a nice enough pullback for you to grab a couple pips. So what I would do is just take the breakouts in the direction of the 4-hour time frame on the 15-minute time frame. So 4-hour is your directional bias, which is the sell. 15-minute, you're looking for 15-minute breakouts in the direction of the 4-hour time frame. It's just that simple. Okay, don't make it any more complicated than it has to be. And then watch what price does. If we happen to continue to break below these lows, then we're definitely going lower. Okay, that's going to give you an opportunity to get into gold and to go lower. Now, price does this pull back halfway of this range here, and then we continue higher, then obviously we want to be looking for buys in the direction of the dominant time frame, which is the daily time frame. So again, trade what you see, not what you want to happen. Trade what you see, not what you want to happen. Let's go back to the daily time frame. All right. Let's take a look at USD CAD. All right, here's one that's in alignment. All right, we're on a daily time frame. It's telling us to sell. We have a recent sell signal. We're still very much so bearish, right? What is the 4-hour time frame telling us? To sell. We are bearish on both the daily and 4-hour. What does that mean? That you're only looking for sales. We're not looking for any type of buys here on USD CAD. Now we may get a slight pullback. That might happen on USD CAD, like something like this, like right here. We had a slight pullback. We had a slight pullback right here. Okay. Had a slight pullback right here. So we may get some type of push down first and a slight pullback, but obviously we want to be looking for sales here on USD CAD. Both time frames are in alignment. The dominant time frame, which is the daily time frame, is selling, and we have the 4-hour in alignment, which is telling us to sell. Okay. Just follow what the system is telling you and what is obviously happening, right? Uh, when I used to trade, if I see that obviously price was selling off, I'm looking for a buy signal, right? I'm looking for that mean reversion back up. But again, the dominant time frame is telling us what exactly to do. And that's going to be the easiest trade to take. And that's where momentum is going to be on your side. You're going to get that nice push in the direction of the dominant time frame, right? USD Swiss, let's take a look at that. Let's go back to the daily. All right, daily time frame is telling us to buy. Okay, 4-hour is neutral, so we don't have a bias. That means we're going to skip this pair because it looks like both currencies are weak right now. So we may get some type of consolidation, may get a slight pullback, but I'm looking for both time frames to be in alignment. Okay. Let's go to CHFJPY. CHFJPY, what do we have here? Daily time frame is bearish. 4-hour, it's not giving us a bias here on a 4-hour time frame. Okay. So obviously I would be looking for a sell here on the 4-hour time frame. We're just waiting for this to update. But yeah, looking to sell CHFJPY in the direction of the daily time frame. Euro JPY. Euro JPY, same exact scenario. Dominant time frame is telling us to sell. We can either trade in the direction of the 4-hour time frame until price runs out of exhaustion and we get ready to sell off here on the 4-hour time frame for Euro JPY. Okay. We had a strong push down. Price is always going to pull back when we break a previous low like we had here. Broke this previous low right here. Okay. Get a break of structure. Price pulls back, creates another lower high, and then we continue lower. Right. So we may get 1 or 2 more days of a push up, and then that midweek reversal. Look for price to come on down. GJ, same exact scenario. Daily time frame is telling us to sell. 4-hour time frame is bullish, as you can see here. 1 or 2 more days of a push up on the daily time frame, and then midweek reversal. We should look to take a sell here on GJ, but only if the system is in agreement. Okay, you want to wait for confirmation. That is the key. When you try to get in too early and not trade what you see, but trade what you feel or what you think might happen, don't do it. Wait for confirmation. All right, that's what smart traders do. That's going to help you not to get caught up in so much drawdown, not to be losing unnecessary trades, because you're not trading what you feel or what you want to happen. You're trading what the market is telling you to do. The market is exactly giving you instructions on how to trade it. We just have to wait and be patient and be disciplined, follow our plan, and trade in the direction of the dominant time frame, which is the daily time frame. NZD JPY daily time frame is what? Telling us to sell. Okay. Now NZD is strong right now, so we may get a push up higher on NZD. So I would leave this alone at this current time. But yeah, we never broke below this previous low here. So we'll see on this pair. I would not trade NZD JPY, USD JPY. Okay. Obviously, daily time frame telling us to sell. We are getting a bullish pullback here on the 4-hour time frame. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. All right. We still may get a push up here on the 4-hour before we get a sell back down. Okay. That's what I would look for this upcoming week. Let's take a look at another pair. GCAD. Okay. GCAD. This is one that I'm in right now currently. Daily time frame is telling us to what? Sell. Okay. 4-hour is in alignment. It's also telling us to sell. So that's exactly what we want to do. All right. We want to sell GBP CAD because it's in the direction of the dominant time frame. The dominant time frame is telling us to sell. So it's exactly what we want to do. So those are the pairs that I'm looking at this week. It's not a lot going on quite yet, so we'll see what happens Monday or Tuesday. We'll update you guys and see what goes on with these other pairs that we will be trading. All right. So hopefully that helps you. You can go back and review this. This is how I do a top-down analysis. Keep it very simple, easy. Trade what you see, not what you want to happen. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.